These two skincare products could have a very similar ingredient list and still be completely different. One might feel light and smooth, while the other might feel thick and sticky. One might stay fresh for a long time, but the other might change color, separate, or start smelling strange. So, how can two products with similar ingredients behave so differently? Hi, my name is Mo, and I've been manufacturing skincare products for over 20 years. On this channel, I explain what really goes into skincare, from the ingredients and the formula to testing, packaging, and production, using language that is easy to understand. Today, we're going to talk about what an ingredient list can tell you, what it cannot tell you, and how to read one without making skincare more confusing than it needs to be. An ingredient list only tells you what is inside the product. It doesn't tell you the full story of how the product was made. Let's begin with what the list can tell you. The first and most obvious thing is which ingredients are inside the product. In the US, ingredients used in larger amounts are usually listed closer to the top. But here is where it gets a little tricky. Once ingredients are used at very small amounts, around 1% or less, they don't always have to stay in perfect order. And the package does not tell you where that 1% point begins. So when someone says this ingredient is near the bottom, so there isn't enough of it to work, that may not be true. Some ingredients are supposed to be used in tiny amounts. Using more of them would not always make the product better. It could make the product irritating, unstable, or simply unpleasant to use. At the same time, a company might talk a lot about one ingredient in its advertising, even though only a small amount of it is used. The ingredient list usually cannot tell you exactly how much is inside. Have you ever put a product back because the ingredient you wanted was too low on the list? Before you comment about it, hit the like button, please. It helps the channel. The list can also help you spot something that you know your skin does not like. Maybe a certain oil has caused problems for you before. Maybe you already know that a certain ingredient makes your skin feel dry, itchy, or uncomfortable. This is one of the best reasons to read the label. It can help you avoid something that has caused a problem for you in the past. But even here, the label has limits. For example, a company may be allowed to list a group of scent ingredients using the single word fragrance. That means the label may not name every single part of that scent. This does not automatically mean the product is bad or unsafe. It simply means the label does not always show every tiny detail. If you have serious allergies, eczema, or reactions that keep returning, the label may not give you enough information by itself. An ingredient list can also give us a general idea of what kind of product we're looking at. We may be able to see that it is mostly water. We may notice oils, waxes, cleansing ingredients, moisturizing ingredients, or ingredients that help keep the product fresh. That can give us a clue about how the product may behave, but it is still only a clue. We can't touch the ingredients and feel whether the cream is light, rich, sticky, greasy, silky, or smooth. We can't tell how quickly it will soak into the skin and whether it will roll up or form little flakes under makeup. Now, let's talk about what the list usually cannot tell you. First, it usually cannot tell you the exact amount of every ingredient. Imagine two people making lemonade. They both use water, lemons, and sugar. The ingredient lists would look exactly the same, but one person might use a little sugar while the other use a lot. The drinks would taste completely different. Skincare works in a similar way. Two products can use many of the same ingredients but use very different amounts. That can change how the product feels, how gentle it is, how long it lasts, and how well it performs. Second, the list cannot tell you the quality of the materials. Two ingredients can have the same name but come from different suppliers or be made in different ways. Third, the list cannot tell you how the product was made. It doesn't tell you when each ingredient was added, how fast everything was mixed, how hot the batch became, or how the product was moved into the bottle. Those steps can make a big difference. Take cooking, for example. Two people can use the same ingredients and still make two very different meals. The order, temperature, timing, and technique, they all matter. Skincare is exactly the same. Fourth, the list cannot tell you how acidic the finished product is. That matters because some ingredients only work well within a certain range. If the product is too acidic or not acidic enough, it may feel different, become unstable, or fail to perform as expected. You won't know that just by reading the ingredient names. Fifth, the list cannot tell you how all the ingredients work together. An ingredient does not work alone. It is surrounded by everything else inside the bottle. Some ingredients help each other, some need protection, some don't mix well together. It's just like a mafia. And some may change how another ingredient feels or performs. That is why making skincare is not simply choosing popular ingredients and pouring them into one bottle. They have to work together as one complete product. If you enjoy learning what happens behind the scenes of skincare manufacturing, give this video a like and subscribe to the channel. It lets me know that you want more simple explanations like this one. Now, the ingredient list also cannot prove that the product will stay fresh and smooth over time. Before a product is released, it should be checked to see what happens when it sits in the heat, in the cold, light, and normal storage conditions. We look for changes in color, smell, thickness, texture, and packaging. None of that testing appears on the ingredient list. The list also cannot prove that the product is properly protected from germs. Seeing ingredients that help keep a product fresh is useful, but the full product still needs to be checked. The amount of water, the package, the way it was made, and all the other ingredients can affect how well that protection works. The list also cannot tell you whether the package is right for the formula. The same cream may behave differently inside a jar, tube, pump, or dropper bottle. Pump might clog. A bottle might allow too much light inside. A label might start peeling, or part of the package might react badly with the product. You cannot see any of that from the ingredient list. And most importantly, the list cannot promise that the product will work well for your skin. Everyone's skin is different. A product that your friend loves might not feel good on you. The list cannot predict every reaction or tell you whether you will use the product regularly, and it cannot replace medical advice when you're dealing with an actual skin condition. So, should you stop reading ingredient lists? No. Ingredient lists are useful. You just need to use them for the right reasons. Use the list to check whether an ingredient is present or to avoid something that has caused problems for you before. Use it to get a general idea of what kind of product it is, but do not treat it like a full report card for the product. Here is a simple way to judge skincare. Ask these questions. What is this product supposed to do? Does the ingredient list make sense for the goal? Is the package a good choice for the product? Has the company explained how the finished product was tested? How does the product actually feel and perform on your skin over time? Does it feel comfortable? Do you enjoy using it? Does it work well with the rest of your routine? Are you seeing the result you expected? Here's the main lesson. Long ingredient list is not automatically better, and a short ingredient list is not automatically gentler. Natural does not automatically mean safer, and man-made chemicals does not automatically mean harsh. An ingredient near the top is not always the most important one. An ingredient near the bottom is not always useless. The ingredient list is helpful, but it is only one piece of the puzzle. Comment the ingredient you always look for or always try to avoid when you turn over a skincare product. In a future video, we can look at a real label together and break it down in a simple, practical way. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.